It's 11 in the morning. My eyes just opened, and someone's ringing my bell so early. Tell me, what should I do? This time is usually yours, the time when I need to tell you that story that remained incomplete last night. I also had many questions that I needed to ask Adnan, but the person standing at the gate is also part of that same story. So let's first open the gate. There's a 40 to 45-year-old man standing at the gate, and he's saying, "Assalamu alaikum." "Wa alaikum assalam. Are you Alex?" "I'm Alex." "Who are you?" "My name is Umar, and I live in the house across from yours." "Oh, please come inside." Umar said, No, this isn't a good time. I just came to thank you. That night my daughter, Umar starts crying. "Thank you so much, brother." I said, "Umar, bye. No problem. How's your daughter now, and why are you crying?" "Everything will be okay. Please come inside." I made Umar sit inside. I asked Umar, "What was all that? What happened last night? I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Do you know anything about this?" Umar, emotional voice, "Alex, I don't know. I have only one daughter. I've never wished ill upon anyone. I don't know what happened to her. Who did this to her?" I said, "1 minute, Umar, bye. I need to know what all this was, because I was there last night. Even now, when I think about that time, I feel like there's current running through my body. I need to know from the beginning. And you didn't do anything wrong, I mean." Umar looked at me with surprise. Then he became thoughtful. Umar said, "Alex, actually I took her to a graveyard when she was little. And in our community, I mean among Muslims, girls are forbidden from going to graveyards. Rita was small and I went to my father's grave. During daytime, when we returned, Rita's health wasn't good. 2 to 3 days later my mom said, she's been affected by evil eye." Umar continuing, "In our culture, small children often get affected by evil eye, which is valid according to Quran and Hadith. Now about why evil eye happens, I'll have to explain that too. But there's both good eye and bad evil eye. And bad evil eye can take you to the grave. That's why in Islam it said, if you've gained wealth, if some business has done well, then don't sit and talk about it everywhere. It also causes harm in ordinary people's lives. So thinking it was just that, my mom took her to see a Molvi, but the Molvi said, this isn't evil eye, there's a jinn shadow over her. My bell rang again. I started to go check when Umar said, that's Adnan. I called him. I opened the gate. Adnan was there. We shook hands and I told Adnan, come quickly. Adnan, Umar and I sat on the sofa and started talking. Adnan asked, how's Rita's health now? Umar said, my wife called me at night. I had already come in the morning. I went to her room. The whole room smelled like something burning. Rita was sleeping on the floor in a corner. I tried to wake her gently, but she wouldn't wake up. Her mother stopped me again, so I came directly to you. I said, Umar bro, you were telling me something. Umar said, Alex, what exactly do you want to know? I said, yes, I would have asked Umar the same questions if you hadn't come here. So where were we? A jinn had possessed Rita? That time the Molvi had said, she passed by some tree, and there was a jinn there. Alex, the graveyard I went to, there were many trees before the entrance. Perhaps the Maulana was right. We got treatment many times. Her health didn't improve. Then gradually it got better, on its own. But what happened yesterday? You guys probably want to tell me something too, by the way. My wife told me. Alex, I said, Adnan, you can tell everything, because I had gone outside, and I also want to know. What happened there after I left? Adnan, serious tone. Alex, when you went outside, Rita was saying, Maulana, you can't do anything to me. I will kill you. And she was laughing and saying, look, he got scared. The Molvi is scared of me. Everyone is scared of me. Then she was sticking her tongue out. I only saw this much. Maulanas usually capture every jinn in their control, or kill them, or drive them away. But a mark had appeared on Rita's neck, a deep blue mark. I saw it myself. Rita immediately fainted. Adnan continuing, Alex, that water bottle you brought, they recite prayers over it and blow on it. Then it's given to drink. The one whom jinns possess. Umar interjecting. Do you know anything about jinns, Alex? Alex. I immediately said no. But 1 minute. Adnan bro, you mentioned black magic. So is this black magic or? Umar, serious tone. Alex, look, Muslims believe in 2 things that can happen to humans. And our belief is because it's written in our holy book Quran. First thing, jinns exist. Not ghosts, not witches, not anything else. Only jinns are mentioned in Quran, and these jinns can be both good and bad. Second thing, magic is mentioned. Magic was also done on our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. Umar, continuing. But black magic is a very bad thing. It's not even good to talk about it. I don't know much about it, but what people have told, what I've heard, it's very strange. Someone who does black magic wouldn't be from our religion if they do such things. Alex, all these things were being discussed so casually in front of me, and I don't know why my interest was growing. That's when Umar asked, Alex, you're listening to our conversations with so much interest. What happens in your country? I said, nothing like this happens. Yes, I've heard some stories, but what actually happens? I've never seen it. Since I grew up, I've been working. Some job here, some job there. So I never got time to learn or understand anything. Hearing all this today feels very strange. And you people are very brave, mashallah. Umar. Adnan started laughing because I was speaking some Urdu words. So they also said, mashallah, you're learning. Umar said, we'll meet during the week. I have to go. And once again, Adnan, Alex, thank you. I told Umar you must come. We'll continue from here. And Umar left, locking the gate behind him. I returned to the room. Adnan wasn't there. I called out and went directly to the other room. Adnan wasn't there either. I opened the washroom door. Then my breath started stopping, and I started moving toward the kitchen, when suddenly Umar emerged from behind the cupboard, screaming, "Oh, you scared me to death." Adnan had, and started laughing. Then I also started laughing. Adnan is a good-natured, pleasant guy, and that's why he's my good friend. Alex, we came outside a little later to have tea. Then Adnan told me, Alex, do you know what the Maulana had said? Alex, curious, I looked at Adnan. Adnan said, he's Rita's father. He couldn't say it in front of her, but I spoke with the Maulana. He had said there were 7 jinns in her body. Alex, shocked. What? How can 7 jinns enter such a small girl? Adnan, I don't know either. I was shocked myself, and Rita's mother started crying. The Molvi had said, I can complete the treatment in 1 session, but I feel you'll have to come to me again. Many questions started rising in my heart and mind on their own, just like they're coming to your mind. But I couldn't understand what world these things belonged to, that I had never heard before today. I asked Adnan, can you introduce me to that doctor? Adnan concerned, Alex, what will you do by knowing? I don't know all this myself. At that time, I was estimating by talking to people. Getting trapped in it, and one day he leaves Islam too. That's why I'm saying, don't think so much. You've pumped for traveling. Otherwise, everything here is good. You only have a few months, then you'll go away, and your ghost will bother me again. Alex, smiling, ghosts don't even exist, only jinns. Adnan said, oh, jinns. Okay, sorry. I had some work during the day. I didn't even realize when evening turned to night. I came out after showering. I returned and saw 2 missed calls from Adnan on my phone. I returned the call, but Adnan was busy. I called again. Adnan busy again. I put the phone down and sat down. A message came. I looked and it was a message from Adnan. Adnan was saying, Alex, come to the window. Urgent. Alex, I immediately opened the window. I looked outside and saw an ambulance standing there. 6 to 8 people were gathered outside the house. It was dark in my street. The ambulance lights were visible throughout the street. What's happening in the house across? I couldn't understand anything. I immediately ran, opened the gate, crossed the road, and saw 2 people were putting someone in the ambulance. There was a sheet on top, and there was blood on one side of the sheet. People started looking at me. I became very worried. I asked, "What happened?" Probably no one there understood my language. People moved back a little. What happened next? You'll have to wait just a few days to know. What do you think happened? Please tell me by commenting.